State Fair campers, Jenny here in Cam's classroom. We're going to be learning about our Earth's land use and natural resources. With me today, I have my handy dandy land use model created by Colorado Ag in the Classroom. You may be wondering why we're using an apple. And it's because today, as we learned about land use and natural resources, we are going to slice away this apple to reveal our Earth's surface. Why is it important that we understand how our Earth's land is used? Well, it's for a very important reason. Our Earth is made up of natural resources. These natural resources, such as water and soil, are things that we rely on every day in order to cultivate crops, which creates food for ourselves. As a whole, this apple represents all of Earth's surface. What percent of Earth's surface do you think water makes up? If you said 3/4 or 75%, you're correct. 75% of our Earth's surface is taken up by water. And according to the U.S. Geological Survey, 96% of that water comes from our oceans, leaving just under 4% to be usable from freshwater sources. Let's move on to the next section. If 75% of our Earth is taken up by water, what fraction is left for land? If you said 1/4 or 25%, you're correct. Earth's land is so diverse. In Colorado alone, we have prairies, sand dunes, and mountains. Land in Earth is categorized by its ability to be habitable. Habitable means that humans are able to survive. Land is also categorized by arability. Arability means that we are able to cultivate crops. If the land is not arable, that means that we are not able to cultivate crops. So, how much of our land do you think is habitable and arable for humans? Altogether, 12.5% or 1/8 of our land is habitable. However, only 3% of that land is arable. This tiny sliver represents the amount of arable land we have, 1/32 of the entire Earth. This soil represents the entire amount of soil available to humans to be able to utilize to cultivate crops. Not very much soil in order to be able to feed the billions of people on our Earth. This is why it's important that we conserve our natural resources such as soil. Let's move on to the next section, our habitable but non-arable land, meaning that humans can survive on this land, however we're not able to utilize it to cultivate crops. This slice is 3/32 of all of Earth's surface. The habitable but non-arable land is considered to make up towns, cities, and areas where it may be too hot, too cold, too wet, or too dry to traditionally be able to cultivate crops. Thankfully, technology has come a long way since traditional farming. Greenhouses and green roofs are both ways that we can utilize this non-arable land in order to still produce crops. Now, I bet you're wondering what's under this last slice. Can you guess? If you said it would be the uninhabitable land, you are correct. Now that we've learned about our Earth's land use and the natural resources within our Earth's surface, it's important that we conserve our natural resources for many generations to come. I encourage you, your friends, and your family to take it to the web to learn how you can better utilize and conserve our natural resources. Personally, I'm installing a drip system within my garden to increase my water efficiency. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you were able to take away a little something about land use and our natural resources. See you later, and I hope to see you again in Cam's classroom.